you had given me some things to watch regarding AI gaming.
Yeah.
And I found them to be interesting, but also I found them to be kind of depressing, to be honest with you, because it doesn't look good. I don't know how you felt about it, but I was not impressed.
It's interesting.
I guess I should explain to people what we're talking about. They were some of the examples that have been given about, like, people creating AI-based games where literally you can take a bunch of information and the game can basically render or create the game as you're playing it in some way. They did it with, like, Counter-Strike was one of those examples, and Minecraft seems to be the other one that was based off of. And the game basically keeps generating and rendering it using artificial intelligence in real time as you're going through it. In practice, what it ends up being seems like the most, frankly, useless thing I have ever seen in my existence, because what it ends up doing is creating a worse version of the games that we already had, and using so much processing power to create it that you would need, like, a DARPA-level computer just to run a steady frame rate.
It's not great.
Hooked up to a power station that is specifically for it. You burn down a rainforest so you can play Counter-Strike AI.
I thought it was interesting because, like, you know, obviously a neural network and AI figuring out how to do this and knowing, like, what's in the game and what should be in the game is really interesting to see how its process works.
Yes.
Obviously, since you watched the videos, like, they had to feed it hundreds of hours of gameplay.
So much. Yeah.
You know, for it to even be able to do that, and it didn't even get that, like, right a lot. And the Minecraft one especially was cursed.
Yeah, it really is.
I watched a couple other videos, just people trying it for fun.
Yeah.
Like, on their own, just Minecraft YouTubers. And they're like, what? They're like, I wonder if I can get into, like, the end. And they're like, oh, there's a desert. Oh, no longer a desert. This is gold blocks.
Yeah.
Oh, this is no longer gold. Everything's just yellow now.
Yeah.
And it's so ridiculous.
Perpetually shifting. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no permanence to anything in it.
No. And the other thing that I noticed was, in order to even render it, most of the time they had to make them so small. Like they had to be tiny pieces of the screen. You have to make it so incredibly small just to run it at somewhat of a frame rate. I just didn't see much point in it, especially if the whole idea of it is just to, can we render current game? It's like, well, if that's the case, then we already have the game. If it was rendering a brand new game, okay, maybe I could understand that.
I don't know if they've tried it yet, but they should try to see if they can get AI to run Doom. Yeah, the one that you can run on a potato, literally.
Yeah. That would be something. That would be something to try.
Yeah, I generated Doom.
I know that there's some things that people have been trying to do using AI to make games. But AI being run as a continuous game, I definitely don't see much use in, just because of how much processing power and how much behind-the-scenes calculation you have to do, that there's really no way to optimize. I think that's the other thing I was realizing, is there's no way to optimize this.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have to keep rendering all of those calculations continuously, and there's really not much you can do about that.
The way you optimize it is you write a code base, and then you turn it into a real game, which already exists because you used it as training data.
Exactly, and you're back at square one. Like, I don't even really like the idea of using AI to build the framework of a game that you then make, like, because it takes completely out of the realm of people making the game.
I've seen some interesting uses of AI for that, like asking AI to help generate a code for you.
Oh, I can see this, yeah. Like, just to make it faster to do the code that you already knew that you wanted to do.
Yeah.
I think the problem is, like, I know Elon Musk had talked at some point about doing an AI gaming studio, and the thing is that I just know that that's basically going to be AI make me a game, and then AI tries to spit out a game, and then you, like, publish the game, and I'm like, I don't think that's going to be good either, for some of the similar reasons why what we saw in those videos was the case, is that it doesn't seem like there's a lot of purpose to it. It's just kind of there. Similar to when you see AI art, and you're kind of like going, okay, so what was the artistic reason for this to exist? And there isn't one. It's just because it was there. I did find it interesting, though. I'm glad that you shared it with me. But I did sit there and kind of go, okay, so practically, what's the reason for this? And I could not think of one. I really couldn't think of a practical reason for it. It's interesting tech. If anyone else has thoughts on it, you can let us know.
You can probably have the 2 videos linked in
I'll have the
description
below.
too.
Yeah, I'll have the videos below if you want to go check it out. One is from Some Ordinary Gamer, and I don't remember who the other one was from, but you can check them out below. See what you think. I did not find it all, like, the technology is impressive, but the practicality of playing it doesn't seem impressive at all. I guess that's the point, yeah. As somebody who enjoys playing games, this does not seem enjoyable.